Some residents of Juba town say security personnel who patrol the city at night are harassing civilians. One resident says she and her husband were thrown into the boot of their car after security personnel tried to rape her. Winnie Chirino has the story for VOA from Juba.
A 25-year-old woman whom we'll call a chum, who is afraid of retribution from security agents, says she and her husband were returning from having dinner out when security operatives stopped them at High Cinema near the MTN building. She says 5 men in military uniform pretended to check for arms in their car, but soon began beating her husband for no reason, then carried him to the boot of their car. Acham says one agent climbed into the driver's seat, 3 were in the back, and the other squeezed himself next to her in the front seat and drove around.
They were threatening us that they would kill us. So I was still at the driver's seat since they did not move me since they started hijacking. So when when we were about to go somewhere, they insisted that I should alight and go behind. And before that, they were all over touching me, trying to kiss me from behind, and those in front with me. It was awkward. So in the process, when I was going down, they were trying to rape me. They tore my clothes.
Acham says the armed men later carried her and put her in the boot of the car with her husband. She says the men drove them around until 3 a.m. when the car ran out of fuel. She says she and her husband realized after some time that the car was parked, and she finally peeped out and saw a security guard next to a billboard along Airport Road who she called to rescue them. Acham says the men took their car key and money from her husband. She says she and her husband reported the incident to police, but no one was arrested. Acham says police later told her and her husband a soldier escaped from custody. 39-year-old Atema Koi says he was returning from a party recently in Juba's Jebel suburb and dropped off some friends in the High Cinema suburb. He says on his way back, security operatives stopped him at a gunpoint in a place where there are usually no security checks. Koi says he stopped and turned on the interior light for the men to check the inside of the car, but they pushed him and his friend to the boot.
On the way back now through the High Cinema and MTN area, that's when they came out. There were two guys dressed in uniform, military uniform, known to South Sudan government, and then the other 2 were on civilian. Actually, not 2. 1 was on civilian. Yeah. So that's where they picked us up with a few slaps here and there. All the way they threw us at the boot, and they were the ones driving the car.
Akoi says the security agents drove him and his friend around in the car for nearly the entire night, dropping off and picking up other security operatives. He says he and his friend were left abandoned in the car around 4 a.m. in Atlabara and later realized the security operatives took money from the car. Akoi says he too reported the case to the police, who wrote down notes and promised to call him to update him on any leads. He says since May, the police have done nothing. Major General Daniel Justin, spokesperson for the South Sudan National Police Service, says he's aware of security personnel harassing drivers at night and says police are doing their best to ensure the law is obeyed.
Whenever you have an incident, you have to file a case with the police, because we will investigate and we will locate if at all it is a member of our night patrol. You give us the time, we will know who was there at what time and so on. So reporting is very important.
But Justin could not explain why security agents suspected of harassing citizens have not been arrested. Lulrai Kwang, spokesperson for South Sudan People's Defense Force, says he hasn't heard of incidences involving soldiers hijacking cars, but says he will inform top administration officials about the complaints.
I will bring this to the attention of sector commanders and the relevant departments. I'll bring it to their attention so that some intelligence is carried out on those who are doing night patrols, so that we have a better picture of these kind of incidences.
Lul says soldiers are mainly deployed at roundabouts near the Dr. John Garang Mausoleum, the Seventh-day Adventist Church and Juba University. He advises drivers to report any harassment or car hijacking incident to the nearest police station or any military post, and those on duty should be able to identify the suspected officer. For VOA News, I am Winnie Serino in Juba.